So you can see it's back on a trailer, the old 7600 John Deere. It worked good for a couple of weeks and it slowly started messing up again. So we had United come and they worked on it for a little while up here, but they said it'll probably be cheaper just to haul it down there. So that's what we're doing, bringing it back down here. Alright, so we're heading back down with it. We had a tech up here from United and he worked on it for a few hours. We went through all the codes and he checked all the connectors. The connector out the back, there was a little bit of corrosion there, but not bad. We cleaned all that up. We checked all the connectors inside. Everything, that the solenoids and the relays. Checked all the obvious stuff, but none of it seems to like to solve the problem. So he said just bring it down there. So that's what we're doing. I'm hoping it's not in the transmission. We'll see. Hopefully it's just somewhere electrical somewhere. Hopefully. Beat the whole way down there.
Well, we got the camera right now, and it's the end of the day, but we got some stuff going on right now. Philip's waiting down there in the rain with the loader. Alex is gonna move her car. I gotta change one grease fitting on it. I'm gonna do it in the rain real quick, and then he's gonna take it down to the other shop and grease it. But there's a fitting bad on it, I saw, so I'll do that for him. Alex, as soon as you're by, just make sure Philip can come up. She's taking Henry. Now Christoph's working on the old freight shaker. She shook herself so good, the Jake brake stopped turning off.
No, the switch went to hell.
No, but when you tap the throttle on it, it's mechanical throttle, and it would hit this switch right here by the throttle linkage. Right here, it bolts on with the plate that it's sitting on.
Shit.
And then it would turn your Jake off when you tap the throttle. That way you don't have to hit the switch every single time. But this whole cut for third cut, you just had to hit the switch for between shifting or whatever you wanted to do. So he's working on that. Philip's coming up, so I'll probably turn the camera off, and I'm doing a little bit of repair stuff on the Volvo. It has a bad hydraulic sensor, and I'll get to that, and then I'm working on welding the exhaust back on. So that fitting right there, you can see she's no good. Somehow it got caught and ripped off, but the rest of them are all fine. I'm gonna change that out real quick, and then he can go grease it. So I got that changed out, and Philip's headed down with this and some oil for it, and he's gonna go through the 60 down there anyways. Garrett was fixing some barn gates with Ferdy. Philip, I think he's in your way now. Oh, this is your main drive pump on Volvo hydraulics right here. And what did I say, last month or 2 months already, we didn't know what was going on. It wouldn't drive anymore. It was with one track barely, and all the left hand controls weren't working. What? No, last time.
Oh, this
last time it went down, the left hand controls weren't working.
This time it's both.
Yeah, but it ended up just being the other sensor. So anyways, there's a left side, this sensor right here controls the left side of the machine, so your left control and your left track. The inside one right there, which they were the same sensors, but I don't know if since the last 2 months they changed sensors or whatever, but you can see it's shorter and not as long. But I changed that one. That runs the right side, and it's now working fine so far, at least.
Yeah, it was pain.
I've only tested it in the shop.
Nice deck.
You know, every excavator is.
There's actually Bondo on this. You ever seen it on the other side?
Well, that's what Volvo does when they rent them out. We talked to we talked to the mechanic
fix them like that?
when because Volvo will rent out their equipment. So this must have been back in the long day, got rented before it got sold. So everywhere you see Bondo is when a rental guy had it, they shipped the counterweight, and before they could sell it, it had to look new again. So the only way they could fix these was Bondoing them. So this is actually from when this machine was brand new and being rented out. This one right here was that was an operator.
Yeah.
But you know, you'll have that. I've never seen an excavator on a farm that didn't have a panel bent to shit. We didn't, but then an operator got in the seat, and we won't say who the operator was, but there's an operator in the seat. Ferdy. No. No, it wasn't Ferdy. Anyways, I got that changed out. It's working good so far in the shop, but we won't really know until we work it in the dirt again, but that'll come. So yeah, Ferdy's still in Phillips Wade out there. So right now I gotta weld this back on. My dad caught a tree with it, and it didn't rip it off, but it cracked the weld, and it was sitting in there sideways. It was still working fine, and it didn't melt anything on that cover that's supposed to be right here. But while I got in the shop for the sensor, I figured I'd finish tearing it off. That way I can clean it nice, and then I'll re-weld it back on. It's thin, but not like as thin as other exhausts that they crack. This is just because it got hit, but it could be worse. So that's why that's getting welded back on, and she should be ready to go back out because it's not due for a motor oil change yet, because that we just did 2 months ago, and then it went to Volvo right after we did the oil change, so it hasn't actually ran a crazy amount since. But I do need to put hydraulic oil in it because we had a hose blow on it and lost a little bit of oil, so I gotta do that too. We're on top of the excavator now. Well, that's what she looks like, and we got her cleaned up. You can see all that soot just making its way right where I'm trying to work. So there, that piece kind of broke off in 2 spots. But, whoa, I just fell off. Oh, look at that. Maybe we'll just JB weld it. Well, we're gonna weld that. Maybe I won't fail miserably and it won't even look half bad. I think it works now. Working? I don't know what was the point of that last startup?
You technically ain't supposed to shut off. Let them stall.
You let it stall on that? Yeah. Is it working though? Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna put some zip ties on it and clean up.
Okay, well, I gotta figure out a better ground situation because it's not working. Oh. All right. I got my ground figured out. We stuck her right there on the tip. Took a couple attempts. So we got her tacked. Like, that is the definition of a tack. We're a welder around now.
Yeah, should.
Yeah, the camera's rolling. Didn't shut off yet for some reason. Anyways, set this thing better. It's welding like dog shit. Yeah. It's welding like the Tweeko.
Okay, so you want it to 8
Whatever the coldest is for the...
folders?
whatever the coldest is on the chart, it'll weld this.
This is, we're at 35. So we're gonna go 15 and 80.
Oh yeah, turn her down. We had Ferdy, what did you set it to? 15 volts and 88 speed?
Yeah.
Whatever the coldest is. That's the coldest the chart goes. She does go colder, but I welded the last exhaust at that.
Smart welder, so she should adjust, right? Or if the welder
it don't work.
if the welder operator was better.
You know, if you would have just said it right the first time. He said if the welder operator was better, but I say if the guy adjusting it.
I want to see the angle at camera.
See him smile.
Christoph's a smiley boy. Anyways, yeah, it was welding weird, so we're gonna try it now. Unless Freddie wants to hold the camera.
Yeah, I'm good.
You don't? You don't want to hold my camera, man? See that? This is why I don't have good angles, because my camera people suck. Oh, we went through again. See, I didn't mind welding because I knew someone was going to watch if it was on fire.
Well, put the camera there.
Put the camera there.
And you can watch it.
At least then if it's burning and I'm still welding, the camera's going to be like...
The next video, they're like, you stupid bastards, we watched it burn.
Yeah, we'll watch the shop burn down with Alex's truck in here and the excavator. That has no air in it, and the PTO is off right now. Because Christoph was gonna pull the transmission, or we were gonna put a new clutch in it because the clutch is basically gone. But there's an appointment at Charlie Boy's for that because it has a huge stuttering problem at 13 to 1500 RPMs. And once you get it out of the stutter, it's fine. And we did an injector cutout. Doesn't seem to be any injectors, at least that we saw. And we did fuel filters and everything on it. It's still fine. So it's either an ECM gone bad or a throttle pedal gone bad, one of the two, but it's going down there. He's rolling out. Ferdy's gonna bring him back up, but well, we won't burn this thing down. There's nothing, there's no like straw or hay. I say that, look at that. Right as I say that, I just pull a piece out and there's a little bit of a leaf there. Well, anyways, there's not a lot, but I know it only takes a little bit. Anyways, we're gonna keep going, and I'm gonna turn the camera off. I do have a hole there to fill in that I welded through, and I already filled in this side. Yes, it could be welded a lot better. It's not the best, but whatever. I was talking about how this has an appointment, but then I completely forgotten the reason of why you had the PTO off. Because you were gonna do the clutch, but I was like talking about it, and then I skipped over the whole subject on why you stopped tearing it apart. And that's because of the appointment, and we ran out of time because we went and did the roof at Doe's. So that's all done because we hit a nice one-day stretch of good weather. And it's day and a half because it's downpouring again because we needed that.
You got 4 inches of rain last week.
Yeah, last week was about 4 inches of rain. We've had over 20 inches of rain in the last month.
I feel bad for anyone that's trying to do dry hay.
Any dry hay?
Not possible.
No. We couldn't even put in normal grass. For third cut, it was mow and find the rake. It was, dry time was 0. It was just put it in at this point. It took us 2 weeks to put in third cut. Normally it takes us about 4 or 5 days. It was horrible. But yeah, we ran out of time because we'd rather get that roof done, and we can always put the clutch in after because I feel like we'll have a rainy day after the appointment. But yeah. Well, it's welded. It ain't pretty. No, it ain't pretty. You're welding like I could JB weld smoother than that. That's how cold I had to weld it. He's on the phone. Important phone calls.
Okay. Yeah.
But it ain't pretty. I think JB weld probably would have heated up as much as I was welding at, but yes. Okay. We're gonna put this cover back on. Has a little bit of a sludge on it, but it'll be fine, and we'll be good to go. And yes, before anyone freaks out, I have to put the battery back together. We did disconnect batteries before welding. Oh, so I'm just gonna open that up and I'll put the battery on. It started up, so we didn't fry nothing. The exhaust tip is back to how it should be. She's beeping at him because he's opening up the, he's gonna open up the quick, oh, he didn't open it yet, so I don't know why she's beeping. We can actually tuck and open the boom up in here. We can actually do it with the bucket on in the shop if we're not above the overhead door. Then we have enough room to fully curl it in and out with the boom. So the beeping you hear is now that he opened up the quick attach. And she's good. We like this style because you can actually reverse it. And if you're kind of doing weird things, like weird jobs, where you're gonna get underneath something, you can put the bucket on backwards. Now it's not built for heavy digging like that, because you're only putting all the torque on the 2 fingers, but it works for weird jobs. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I've been slacking lately, but I just forget to grab the camera because they're weird jobs we've been doing. But thanks for watching. Till the next one.